Hello and welcome to Apprenticeship Week. And today, as part of the WMG Academy Solihull's Apprenticeship Week talks, I have with me James Marklew. So, James, it's wonderful that you come here to join us today on the virtual environment. So, thank you for taking time out of your apprenticeship. If you can just introduce yourself, when you left WMG Academy, and what you studied while you were with us at Solihull.
Yeah, so hi everyone. I'm James. I studied at a BTEC level 3 extended diploma in engineering at WMG. I got a D star, DD, and I finished last year around March or April time.
Yep, so you were one of the first cohorts to be hit by the pandemic, but you got yourself an apprenticeship and you
Yeah,
got it in Arup. So can you just explain to us what Arup does?
yeah. Arup are a global firm of consultant engineers, and at the moment I'm a degree apprentice in building services there. So at the moment, I'm working on a couple of different projects, just using different types of um, software and doing training courses at the moment. So I'm only in the first month of my apprenticeship, so I haven't really learnt too much just yet, as it started in a bit January, a bit later than expected.
Yeah, because the pandemic certainly had a knock-on effect in terms of your starting your apprenticeship, but you're in it now. So can you explain to the students what it's like studying and working full time?
Yeah, so it's tough. You have to manage your time well. So at the moment, I'm at university once a week. Um, so I have to do a bit of work on the weekend as well. It's just you have to kind of look after your time well.
Okay. So are you pleased you went down the apprenticeship route as opposed to going straight into university?
Yeah, Arup are a great company. Um, I've really enjoyed working there so far, and I think it'd be even better as soon as I get to go on site and meet my other colleagues in person instead of just online virtually.
Okay, so you applied for Arup, but how many companies do you think you applied for whilst you were here at WMG Academy before you got the Arup role?
I must have applied for about 15 different apprenticeships. But Arup was the one which I really wanted. So when I did come to the when it did come to the interview, I kind of knew what to expect. So I was well prepared.
Okay, so do you have any tips at all for going through the recruitment process?
Yeah, you've got to be prepared. You've got to research the company, know what the company about, know what you're going for, why you want to join. Um, I enjoy going to the open days as well, learn a bit more about the company. That's a good thing to do. Also, if you've done any projects at school as well, I'd recommend taking maybe some work in. That's what I did on a few of my interviews.
Did WMG Academy help you stand out from the crowd?
Yeah, I think it showed to Arup that I was serious about engineering, um, and WMG have links to like other employees as well, which is brilliant. So yeah.
Right, wonderful. So you've come out the other end, you went through the recruitment process, did the forms, did the interviews. What advice would you give for students at the moment looking for apprenticeships?
Yeah, so know what apprenticeship you want to do, kind of which sector you want to go in. Um, Make a good application, be ready for your interview, um, and ask questions while you're at the open days or interview. Yeah, be curious. So yeah.
Yeah, because I remember because you went to the open event at Arup, and one of the things that you did, unlike some of the other people that were in attendance, is that you actually went and spoke to the HR people. So, what was it like actually striking up a conversation with professionals that you've never met before?
Yeah, it was slightly nervous, but I had a few questions I wanted to know. And obviously I stood out, so Arup must have liked me.
In terms of like satisfaction, the best choice was it apprenticeship?
Yeah, Arup was the apprenticeship I wanted from I kind of knew which sector I wanted to go in. So Arup was definitely the right apprenticeship for me, I think.
Wonderful. Well, James, thank you ever so much for your time in speaking with us, and hopefully we'll have all the students follow you to Arup. And as always, you're always welcome to come back and speak to us, hopefully in person. Thank you for your time.
Brilliant. Thank you for having me.